It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here.
And I'm
really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Detroit Pistons at Little Caesars Arena. Looking at the Pistons, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And now, the starters for the game. At the small forward position, standing 6'8", number 45, ABC. At the shooting guard position, standing 6'5", number 5, Luke Kennard. Starting at the other guard, at 6'3", number 1, Reggie Jackson. Numero 0, the center at 6'11" out of UConn. Having big fun around the rim. This is Andre Drummond. The other forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 23, Blake Griffin. Your head coach is Dwayne Casey. Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons.
Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. We're in Detroit, Michigan. The Pistons are playing before their hometown crowd. And Michael Beasley continues to remain sidelined with the injury.
I mean, it's always difficult when you have to go without your full complement of players. I mean, guys that you're expecting to be in your rotation, but that's why you have reserves. They get an opportunity here now to step up in some of these situations.
And it's the Pistons to start out. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. They've got Curry. Thompson is out there with Draymond Green. And there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center, locking down the middle.
And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge, also in his opponent's ears as well. And then there's the officials. He tends to like to get in their ears as well. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Thompson. Inside, 6 to shoot, and it's sent back by Drummond.
Drummond mixes defensive smarts with elite physical tools, and that's what makes him a solid defender. He's going to get his hands on a few shots each and every game.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Griffin. Jackson trying to break free. The shot's good from Griffin.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Russell inside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
This guy, an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between. Dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
And the pass to ABC. Jackson kicks to Drummond. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
And stolen by Cauley Stein.
And he was camped in just the right spot to swipe that pass away down low.
They kick it out to Green. Floats one. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
I think one thing Dwayne Casey has learned is it's important to keep your star players fresh by managing minutes in the regular season. That way, you're not worried about fatigue or injury.
Here's ABC. Drummond passes to ABC. Shot clock at 6. Here's Kennard. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Inside, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
I think unselfish is a word that applies beautifully to Draymond Green. He's so good at sharing the basketball.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Now here's Jackson. Here's Griffin. Now the feed to Drummond. Comes up empty down low. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. He kicks it to Russell. Launches it. Bangs home the trifecta. Russell's got 5.
As important as spacing is in today's game, point guards must have the deep shot as part of their arsenal. D'Angelo Russell, nicely done.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Warriors lead by 3. Live from Little.
I think there are times where one of the guys need to take more shots, and sometimes where we can be a little bit too unselfish. You know, if one guy thinks, hey, man, I'm taking too many shots, let me get someone else involved. But if you got it going, we all want you to shoot.
Yeah, why not? Green knows that, Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green, more often than not, is the one setting the table.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
I think one key is they've controlled the tempo so far. And I know it's early, but it helps to have this kind of lead.
Griffin is out there with Tony Snell. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Rose in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Well, we know Steph Curry is a lethal shooter. I think the underplayed value that he has is his finishing ability at the rim. He can get into the mid-range. I mean, you've got to guard this guy from every space on the floor as soon as he steps across the half-court line.
Stephen Curry hits them both.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times, I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days and ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Great teamwork. That's something you develop by practicing it over and over again.
Launches it. Buries the long-range jumper. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter. You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or two, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
Morris with the bucket.
Great shooting touch in face-up game opportunities for a power forward. Morris deadly from mid-range.
Russell looking around. Outside Curry. Lets the 3 fly. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Pistons trailed by 4. Down low. Here's Jackson. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Curry kicks it to Looney. Fires the 3. And it's Stephen Curry with a 3. Curry's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Warriors.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Oh, Morris in position, and Morris throws it down.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Looney kicks to McKinney, and Curry has it in the corner. Down low. Looney with the bucket. Looney's got his first points of the night.
You can always trust Steph Curry to make the right pass. This guy has unbelievable vision.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Snell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Warriors leading by 3. And here is Curry. He's got 8. Here's McKinney. And that one released in time, but no good. It's been all about Stephen Curry. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Defensively, they did a great job of contesting shots and making things difficult. They faced several attempted runs, and they came up with key stops. It was punch, counterpunch there for a while, and it's close, but the fight is going on.
Shaq, what'd you think about the Pistons?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters, just a great effort for him for the entire half.
I don't think you could ask for anything more from this guy. He has been fantastic to start this one.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Curry is out there with Russell. Then there's Draymond Green. Then it's Thompson. And it's Cauley Stein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. And that was an Unleashed Chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Happy. Griffin can't get it to go in. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State, leading by 5.
And for D'Angelo Russell, the former number 2 pick, it's all about developing himself as a player and a leader. Has focused more on the team and less on himself of late, and knows what is expected of him and has to earn every second of floor time. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Warriors leading by 8. Pass to Russell and stolen by Russell. Here's Green. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
That's tough to lock down Draymond Green. There's strength, there's concentration, and an ability to score against good defense.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. D'Angelo Russell, the lefty playmaker out of Ohio State. Doris, a lot to like about his ability to create.
Well, he certainly, Kevin, has a nose for scoring and combines that with good vision. I think the one thing he's got to be careful of is shot selection and taking care of the basketball.
Markieff Morris is checked in for the Pistons. Rose comes in for Jackson. Then Robinson, the third, is checked in for the Warriors. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Outside Curry. They double-team Curry. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Another 3 for Golden State.
Well, this is the confidence of Klay Thompson. When he's out there, he is ready to fire on the catch.
Passes it to ABC. Pass to Kennard. Just 5 to shoot. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Morris with the bucket.
Back at you. That's payback for the three on the other end.
Well, I just like the shot selection in that instance. He wanted to get him back, and he did just that with the three.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Curry against Rose. Robinson for three, and another three for Golden State.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Rose with the ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And it's the size and speed of Rose that makes him so tough to defend. He gets that step. You've got no option but to foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
Free throw drops for Rose.
Boy, what a roller coaster career it has been for Derrick Rose. One-time league MVP, now just trying to fit in with the rest of his guys. This is not an easy transition.
And Rose drops them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Warriors on top, up by 11. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Kennard. Andre Drummond is out there with Markieff Morris. Then it's Rose, and it's Snell in at the 3. That's the group for Detroit right now. Morris kicks to Kennard. Back to Morris. Here's Snell. And Curry pulls it down. The pass to McKinney. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Well, you have to appreciate the willingness of Klay Thompson to move the basketball. How pretty is that, guys?
Right wing. Here's Kennard. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Drummond. Out left to the wing. Here's Snell. And he banks in the layup. Doris, for rookies, beyond skill, what attributes do you think they need to have an early shot at success?
Yeah, I think one of the things that you always wonder about, and one of the great players in history, Kevin Garnett, talks about the impact that other older players had on him. Sam Mitchell, when he first arrived in the league, they taught him the work habits necessary to succeed at a high level. So the first thing you'd have to have is commitment to work. And the second thing is the right temperament. An NBA season spans 82 games over 6 months. There will inevitably be ups and downs. And how do you weather both of those things, Kevin?
And Drummond throws it down.
And not afraid to say it. If Drummond isn't the best rebounder in the NBA, he's got to be in the top 3. That goes for both ends of the floor. Just no way to hold him in check on the board.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're ahead by 9. 1:25 left in the 4th. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. He told them one thing. He said, no mistakes from here on out. We've got a good lead. Don't take chances.